everyone. Welcome.
Hello. Hello, ma'am.
Hi, Zile. How are you?
I'm fine. Good and you?
Very good, thank you. Hello, Owami, Tekanon, Tumisho, and is it Celeste? Am I pronouncing your name right? Your name, Celeste. Can you say that again?
It's Jenna.
Jenna. Jenna, do you mind just renaming yourself to Jenna, if possible?
Okay.
Hello, man.
Thank you. Hello. Who said hello?
That was me, ma'am.
Tumisho. Hello, Tumisho.
Was it Wandile
Hello,
though?
everyone that we everyone that we didn't say hello to yet. Welcome. It's good to have you all back to the algebraic equation class. We are here with Dipesh, and we're excited for our second lesson with him today. I just want to remind all of you that if you want to ask any questions, feel free to just send your questions in the app or unmute yourself. And as soon as you've asked, just mute yourself again. And then for those who doesn't have their own names on, I'm going to ask you to please rename yourself to your name so that Dipesh knows who he's talking to, okay? And then I just want to remind you all to enjoy the session, have fun, and yeah, then I'll see you again afterwards. Okay, enjoy, Dipesh.
Thank you so much, Alzan. And yeah, welcome everybody to the class again, algebraic equations, which we're going to be doing. It's so great to see you all joining again. I hope that you're all doing well and that you had a great week. We are on Thursday now, so the week is almost over. A very short week because we had the public holiday. But yeah, I thought we'll just go straight into algebraic equations today, and we're going to be focusing on the interpreting of number sentences. And yeah, I'm just wondering whether any of you have read through or gone through the activities from the last time. How are you feeling so far about algebraic equations? Maybe if you can type in the chat or even unmute yourself and let me know, how are you feeling about algebraic equations so far? Okay, Tamisha says good. Owami also good. What about the rest of you? Okay, Pumzile is doing great. Jenna also good. Okay. Right. Thumbs up there. We've got good from Theo. Wandila, you're feeling confident. Aisha, feeling amazing. Okay. Good. Alzan also says she's feeling great. I think the mentor Alzan has been learning algebraic equations as well with the rest of you.
Yes, I
have. So that's really great. So the last time, remember, what were we doing? We were taking the words and we were converting them into an algebraic equation. Do you all remember that? We were taking words and we were forming algebraic equations. Hey? So that was really cool. And a lot of you gave me really great answers. So today we're going to interpret some of the algebraic I can say equations or expressions, and we're going to be talking about the variables in those expressions and what they mean. Okay, so are you all ready? Maybe if you can show me a thumbs up, that will be great. Are you all ready? Let's see who's got a thumbs up. Okay, I'm getting some thumbs up there. Okay. Right, you are all ready. Cool, I'm very, very excited that you all are ready. And we're going to proceed with the lesson. Okay. So let's have a look at the first one. Oops. Let's do this. Okay, so we've got the first one here. I think you all can see it very nicely. Yeah, let's have a look. Yes, I think you all can see it really nicely. So let's have a read through this. It says here, Rajbansi taxi service charges 10 Rand per kilometer traveled and a standard charge of 30 Rand per trip. Consider the equation below about a taxi trip. And we've got here 10 times T plus 30 equals 80. Okay, so let's read through it again. Rajbansi taxi service charges 10 Rand per kilometer traveled and a standard charge of 30 Rands per trip. Consider the equation below about a taxi trip. Okay, so we've got 10 times T plus 30 equals 80. Okay. So the question says, explain what each number and letter symbol stands for in the equation. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to give you another chance to just quickly read through that sentence and question A, and then we're going to look at each letter symbol and each number and write what they all represent. Okay, let's look. So we've got 10. What does 10 represent? So from here, we've got 10. What does the 10 represent? What does it say in the question? It says charges 10 Rand per kilometer. So 10 represents the, let's look, somebody's typed in the chat. Okay, no. What does 10 represent? 10 represents the cost per what? Per kilometer. So 10 Rand represents the cost per kilometer, right? So I'm going to write here 10. Here. 10, somebody said kilometers. That's right. So 10 represents, yes, that's right. It represents the cost per kilometer, right? Not the kilometers, but the cost per kilometer. So 10 represents the cost per kilometer. Okay. Anybody want to give me some answers? What does T represent? So it's 10 times T. What does T represent?
Your brother's ugly. Like,
Hey?
Variable.
What's that? Okay.
It represents 5 people.
5 people. Okay. So it says Rajbansi taxi service charges 10 Rand per kilometer traveled. So in this particular statement, there's nothing about people. So maybe if you can take another try, what does the T represent? Does it represent standard charges or kilometers, or what does it represent? It says 10 Rand per kilometer traveled. So if we're going to take 10 and times it by T, what will T represent? I see, yes, that's right. Theo has said kilometers, and we've got Tumisho, who's also said kilometers. Yes, that's correct. So it's 10 times, yes, Loiso also, it represents kilometers. That's right. So it's 10 times the number of kilometers, right? So T represents the number of kilometers. Okay. So we can say T represents the number of kilometers. Number of kilometers. And then we've got the 30. What does 30 represent?
Per trip.
Hey? Sorry, you're saying?
Sorry, sir, wasn't for you.
Okay. Yeah, what does 30 represent? 30, the charge per trip. That's right, Anel. Well done. So 30, it's the charge. It is the standard charge per trip. See what it says in the question? The standard charge per trip. Standard charge of 30 rand per trip, right? So the 30 represents the standard charge per trip. Standard charge per trip. So we've got 10. 10 is the cost per kilometer. T is the number of kilometers, and 30 is the standard charge per trip. Okay. Everybody happy with this so far?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Okay, great. So question B says, why is T multiplied by 10 in the equation? Why is T multiplied by 10?
To find the value of T.
Okay, T to find the value of T. Why else? Anybody else have an answer? Why is T multiplied by 10 in the equation? Okay, so it is multiplied by 10 because we're looking for the total cost for a certain number of kilometers, right? Yes, Tumisha, that's correct. So we need to look at the distance. So T represents the distance. So this equation can be used for any number of distance. So if we want to use it for 1 kilometer or 2 kilometers or 3 kilometers or 4 kilometers, we can use this equation to calculate any number of distance, right? So that's why we've got T, because it tells us the distance in kilometers, right? Okay, so T is multiplied by 10 because we can calculate the cost per kilometer, right? Okay, right. So I'm just wondering, so if you look at this equation, some of you said T is a certain value. If we had to solve this, what will the value of T be?
5.
5.
5, yes, because 10
Five.
times 5 is 50, plus 30 is 80, right? So T multiplied by 10 because T tells us the kilometers travel. At rand 10 per kilometer. Okay. Okay, great. So yeah, so T, if we had to calculate, that's not in this question, but if we had to calculate it, your T value would be 5, right? Because 10 times 5 is 50 plus 30 is 80. Yeah. Okay, well done, everybody. That's great. Okay, so we're going to move on to another one where you're going to help me find out the answers. Okay, let us read through this. It says here. Okay, it says here. Let's read this together. So it says the cost of an adult's ticket for a music concert is 4 times the cost of a child's ticket. An adult's ticket costs $2.40. Okay. The equation below represents this problem. So the cost of an adult's ticket for a music concert is 4 times the cost of a child's ticket. So if we have the child's ticket and we times it by 4, we will get the cost of an adult's ticket, right? Okay. So if we have the cost of a child's ticket and we times it by 4, we will get the cost of an adult's ticket. Is that right? You can just show me a thumbs up or say yes. So if we have the cost of a child's ticket and we multiply it by 4, we will get the cost of an adult's ticket. Okay, yes. Okay. And your mentor, Elzan, has just posted a reminder there. Please keep yourselves muted unless you have a question. Thank you. All right. Thank you for that, for the reminder, Elzan. So yeah, just back to that question. If we have the cost of a child's ticket and multiply it by 4, we should get the cost of an adult's ticket, right? Okay. So let's look here. What does X represent in this particular expression? Let's have a look, or equation. Okay, now what does it represent? Not the value, not what is the value of X. What does X represent? What does it mean in this equation, right? So not the value. What does it represent, right? So the answer you're giving me for the first one is actually C's answer. This is solve the equation. And we're not looking for X now. We want to know, what does X represent? What does it mean to have that X there? What do you think? What does it represent?
So it means that X is the cost of children's ticket.
Yes, that's right. Well done. So X is the cost of the child's ticket. Very good. Excellent. A lot of you are saying that to Misha as well. Theo, well done. And Aisha, it represents the cost of the children's ticket. So X represents the cost of the child's ticket, right? So let's put that in there. So X represents the child's ticket, right? And if we say 4 times the child's ticket, we will get the adult's ticket, right? Why is X multiplied by 4? So we've got this equation, right? 4 times X equals 240. So the 240 represents what? The adult's ticket, right? So why are we multiplying X by 4? Yes, correct, Theo, to get the adult price of the ticket. So when we take the child's price of the ticket and multiply it by 4, we will get the adult's. Yes, very good, right? So we need to multiply the child's, or rather I think what they say, child's ticket price by 4 to get the adult's ticket cost, right? Okay, so there we go. Now, a lot of you were very quick to give me the answer for this in terms of solving. What is the value of X? Uko, 60, Aisha, 60, Wandile, 60, yes? 60, 60,
It's 60.
Jenna, 60, Owami also 60. Everybody's saying 60. Yeah, so 4 times 60 is 240. So we're going to say 4 times 60 It's 240, but the answer is then just 60, right? The answer is just 60. Okay, great. Okay. So how much does the child's ticket cost?
Sir,
Yes?
the child's ticket costs 60 rand.
Yes, 60 rands. Sure. You all are really, really good at this. Well done. Okay, so the child's ticket costs 60 rands. Okay, so the child's ticket costs 60 rands. Yes, thank you for that, Aisha. Thank you, Awami. Thanks, Jenna. Okay, great. Any questions so far regarding this?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, let's move on then. Ooh, why is this running away without the words? Okay, let's look at this one. Okay, now I need to get rid of these words. Let's try this. There we go. Okay, let's read this together. There are 12 eggs in a carton. Consider the equation below. 12 times C equals 72. So there are 12 eggs in a carton. 12 times C equals 72. What does the letter symbol C represent in the equation?
Sir,
Yes.
sir, it represents the number that is being multiplied by.
It represents the number that is being multiplied by. Okay. Any other answers? Okay, now remember, some of you are giving me the answer ready for the value of C. There's a difference between what does something represent. So I'm going to say here, let's look at the bottom. What is the value? This is a number. And if they ask me, what does something represent? Here you must explain and or use words. So when they say, what is the value? Okay. Or what was the previous question? A solve, or they say solve, then it's a number, right? Otherwise, when they say represent, you must explain or use words. Does that make sense? Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Not kind of, sir.
Okay, so
Yes,
look, you
sir.
just look at those words. So when they say solve or value, you have to provide a number, numerical answer. Okay. And when they say represent, what does something represent? You have to write it in words, right? So this one say, what does the symbol C represent? So what will that be in words? What will you say? What does C represent? Yes, I got some people saying C represents cartons. Cartons. I'm getting quite a few answers here. C represents cartons. Does that sound right? C represents the cartons, right?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
The C represents eggs.
The cartons that have eggs. So we've got 12 eggs are in a carton. So C will represent the carton, the whole box that the egg comes in. The cartons, the like box thing that the eggs come in. That's what C
Yes.
represents. Okay, so C represents the cartons. Okay. Trevor, I see you've got your hand up. Do you have any questions?
Yes, sir. So, when you say that there are 12 eggs in a carton, then isn't there like another question for you to like answer?
Yes, we've got still B and C here.
Okay. So can
Yeah.
I answer B now?
You're welcome to. So what value of C makes the equation true? What is the value of
The-
C?
The value of C. Okay, so sir, the value of C is 6.
Yes, that is correct. And I think others have 6 as well. Lots of people. Uko, Aisha, Theo, Tumelo, you all have 6 there, right? Okay. Kumzile and Owami, also Jenna, thank you for that. So C equals 6. Okay. What does the number 72 represent? So what is 72? We've got 12 times C equals 72. What does 72 represent? Yeah. I see I got an answer here from Theo. Who else wants to tell me?
Sir,
Yes.
it represents the amount of cartons.
But wasn't C the number of cartons? Wasn't C the number of cartons?
It represents the amount of eggs.
The number of eggs in total, the total number of eggs, right? So if you bought 6 cartons, so you went to the shop, you had your trolley, you bought 6 cartons of eggs. Now, when you come home, you're taking your eggs, maybe you want to put it in a bowl or something, or you want to keep them in the fridge. You're going to take all those eggs out, maybe from the carton. And how many eggs will you have? 72. So you have 12 in each carton and you buy 6 cartons. So in total, it will be 72 eggs, right? So it's 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12. So 12 times 6 is 72. Is that fine? Yeah. So it
Yes,
will
sir.
have, so 72 would represent the total number of eggs that you have, right? Total number of eggs. So that is what 72 represents, the total number of eggs that you have, right? So yeah, 6 cartons, each with 12. And we have then a total of, Aisha, you're saying your screen is gone blank. I think if you have a problem, maybe there's something wrong with the connection. If it doesn't come right, you are welcome to, I think, maybe log off and log back in. That might help, unless it's your entire laptop. I'm not sure, but that might help him. Maybe if you log out and then log back in, your screen might return back. Okay, so just try that. Okay, so yeah, any questions regarding this one?
No, sir.
No questions, him. Anybody else?
No, sir.
Okay. Right, we've got some other interesting things here. This is similar to last week, so it's a revision of last week. We've got some revision ones from last week, about 3 of them or so. And yeah, I'm going to let you do the hard work here. You're going to read through this and let me know what the answer is. Is that okay? Type it in the chat. Type it in the chat so everybody gets a chance, right? So type it in the chat, read through it, A. So you'll type in the chat A and then answer, and then B and then answer, right? So let's try that out.
But that wasn't even funny sometimes.
I know they never find.
Okay, I've only got one answer. So if all of you can try, that will be great and amazing. Let's all try it out. Okay, I'm getting more answers. I'm getting more answers. Still not everybody. So if you all can try, that'll be great. Okay, I'm getting a lot of different answers. Okay. Okay. Mozilla has also given us a full answer there. Okay. Okay, let's have a look. Let's read through this. It says here, the cost of a school uniform in rands is represented by X. Let's circle that. So the cost of a school uniform is X. Okay, so you go to the shop, your cost is X. Then an alteration fee, so it's maybe it was long or maybe it needed some fixing, is 20 rands is also charged, right? So we get an alteration fee of 20 rands is also charged. So you get your X and then you must also pay extra. Is that right? You pay extra. So you have X, you go there, you buy it for X, you pay extra how much? 20 rand, right? And Mr. Malan paid 520 for both the school uniform and the alteration. So 20 rand is extra. And 520 is the total. Okay. So which equation describes the situation? So you go to the shop, you buy for X. You add 20 because it's extra. And the total is 520. You're welcome to also change your answers. I'm going to look in the chat now and see what answers you've given me. Some of you are saying no. Now you changed your answer. Okay. Okay, some of you are still saying, okay. Okay. The answer is indeed C, because you have X and you add 20 and it's 520 in total. So the answer is C, because you buy it for X and then you add 20 rands to it. And the total will then be 520. All right, let's read it again. That the cost of a school uniform in rands is represented by X. That's the school uniform, right? So by the school uniform, for X, and the alteration is 20, and the total will be 520. So it is indeed C. Those of you that say B, are there any questions regarding this?
No, sir.
No. Okay. So there's no questions regarding this, right? Okay. So, yep. We've got the uniform cost X, and then we add 20 and we get 520, right? Okay. What is the price of the uniform? That's what we need to know. Somebody's typed in the chat. What is the price of the uniform?
$500.
500. That's correct. Well done. Okay. So it's 500 is the cost of the uniform. Okay, let's do this. Where's the eraser gone to? Oh, here it is. So let's erase this here. And it's 500. Because we have 500, so it was X plus 20 equals 520. And X is 500, so 500 plus 20. So the uniform costs 500. Yeah. Okay. Great. Any questions? Any questions regarding this?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No.
Also, yeah, all good.
Great. All good. Okay, cool. That's great stuff. Okay. So I guess you're all ready to try another one then? Let's try this one.
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to let you do the honors of trying it out. So we've got here 5 learners should each receive the same number of sweets. There's 60 sweets in total that they should share. Okay. Which equation describes the situation? How many sweets does each learner get? And what does the letter S represent? Okay, so you're going to try that out for me. You can try it yourself and type it in the chat. A, B, and C. Yes?
Do we type in 2 options?
Yeah, you're going to answer all 3 of them, hey? So you're going to answer question A, question B, and question C, right? Okay. There's only one answer for the for question A. Okay, I see lots of you giving me answers. That's really great.
Sir,
Yes.
so does S represent the sweets that they have to share?
Okay, hold that answer in mind, right? We're going to check it right now. You say the sweets that they have to share, hey? If you can type that in the chat, that'll
Yes,
be
sir.
great, so we can refer back to it. We're going to have a look right
Okay,
now.
sir.
Okay, I'm seeing lots of you answering, but not all of you yet. So if you can all try, that would be great. I'll give you another 2 minutes. Okay, I guess let's try. So we've got here 5 learners should each receive the same number of sweets. So let's circle. So we've got 5 learners and the same number of sweets. So if we've got 5, they should all get exactly the same number of sweets. There are 60 sweets in total that they have to share. Okay, so 60 sweets in total, and there are 5 of them. So which equation describes the situation? So let's have a look what you've said.
Sir, D.
D, yes, I see a lot of you said D, great. So that is total number of sweets divided by 5, but yeah, I'm wondering because sweets divided by 5 is 60. There's 60 sweets in total. Sweets, 60 sweets in total, hey? The answer is actually B, because 5 times how much each person should get will give us 60. Yeah, so S represents how much sweets each one's supposed to get. I think somebody did say that. S represents the sweets each learner should get. Yeah, so it should be B. It should be B. Yeah, that's correct. A lot of you did get B. So it is B because we're going to say 60, which is the total, divided by 5 should give us the sweets that each should receive. Therefore, the answer is indeed 5 times S equals 60, right? It can't be A because that's 5 plus S. It can't be C. And then this is each individual sweets divided by 5 gives you 60 as a total, which is not correct, right? So the total is 60 sweets in total. So usually we have the total on the right-hand side, right? So what did you all say? How much sweets do each individual learner get? Let's have a look.
12.
12, sir.
12.
12.
Yes, sir.
12,
12, sir.
12, 12. You all agree that it's
12, sir.
12, okay? So can you see
Yes.
why D doesn't work, okay? Yeah, B is the right one, so it's 12. So S represents the number of sweets that each learner gets. Is that okay, everybody?
Yes, sir.
So,
Does it make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so 5 learners should each receive the same number of sweets. And there are 60 sweets in total that they have to share. Okay, so each one will get 12. Okay, so that's it from me for today. I'm going to hand you over to the mentor Alzan, who is going to tell you a little bit more about what you need to do to revise. But thank you so much for sharing your wonderful answers and for contributing to the lesson. And I will see you soon.
Thank you so much, Dipesh. It was lovely having you. Thank you for teaching us something new today. And yeah, and have a lovely day. I'm going to take the kids through their next homework.
Thank you, and take care, everybody, and see you soon.
Thank you, Dipesh. Bye-bye. Okay, guys, so tell me, how are you feeling after today's lesson? I want to see some emojis. How was
Good,
it for
ma'am.
you? Was it good?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm hearing one
Yes,
good.
I enjoyed the lesson.
Awesome. I'm so happy that you guys enjoyed the lesson. Did you learn something new today?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Great, great. So tell me, are we gonna see the results in your leaderboard next week when we put that up?
Yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you all know what I'm gonna show you now.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Homework.
Yes, revision. Okay. So well done for all of you for not only completing writing your number sentences, but today you also did interpreting number sentences. And it seems like you all did a great job. I'm proud of you for participating and doing your best. So keep up the good work. And then, yeah, next week, Tuesday, I'll see you all again for solving and completing number sentences. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, ma'am.
So how can we find our homework for today? What are we busy with? Algebraic expressions.
No.
No, ma'am.
No,
Equation.
well done.
Algebraic
Equations.
equations.
Yes. So now, after you go into algebraic equations, you will see there's a equations basics. And if you go down, you'll see there's a tab that says work on both sides of the equations. Okay. So if you want your name to be on that leaderboard, I'm going to encourage all of you to do this, and not just to get your name on the leaderboard, but to prove to yourself that you can do what you need to do to get to the top. Okay. Okay, guys. Well, that's it from me. I'm so excited to see you all again next week. Till then, take care and work hard. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, guys. Bye, grade 7. Take care.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye.